Hello and welcome to our Hexa Gear Balcom Alpha review. And this time around I thought, hey, why don't I give it to a long-time Kampla builder who has never touched Hexa Gear before, and I have my guest reviewer Zul who has built it. Zul, how was the overall build experience?
Okay, for starters, I'm not a Kotobukiya version. I've definitely built the Megami device, which I don't know whether I want to review or not. But yeah, again, with this is a pretty awesome piece of model kit in terms of engineering, stability, and build. Oh my god. If you ever built the Real Great Gundam Mark II, you know how that thing is built like a brick. This thing is built like a brick.
So it is very sturdy.
Yes.
So building experience is not that difficult, right?
It's no,
picking
not
up
at
the kids
all.
from the gate, there's no big gates, very hard to stand down.
Despite it being mostly in in dark navy plastic, you don't get that much of a nut marking problems or whatever. You can just clean up very easily, and maybe you need to do a little bit of painting, some highlights. If you have Tamiya Weather Masters, just to give it some highlights and shading. I think that's the most you can do about it. If you want more, up to you, man.
So how's the articulation for the kit, bro?
It's like any standard model kit that you get right now, especially modern model kits. You get your basic arm rotations, 360 rotations at the bicep joints, and despite having a single jointed elbow, you can get more than 90 degrees, which is still okay. And here at the wrist, you can again rotate 360. There is you can swivel it in and out a bit, but there's no pivoting it forward, which is kind of like a misstep for them, which is kind of needed in some ways.
So I'm not sure whether they will be able to fix this in the new Balcom beta that's coming up very soon as well. But I do like pardon the pun, the bulkiness of the kit, right? It looks really cool.
Yeah.
So if you see just now our earlier shot of the comparison between this and the Granddaddy, this guy looks very beefy. I really like this kind of beefy mobile suits.
Yeah, it's beefy. To me, when I first built it, like when I finally assembled it all together, dude, it was like I'm looking at a freaking linebacker. And linebacker, American football, Google it. Yeah.
So it has the Mecha Warrior kind of feel, and from the articulation you can see here, you can do the Jean-Claude Van Damme split. He has very good articulation on the legs and even on the feet as well. It can turn sideways, and it's a very cool gimmick here on the feet, which we're gonna show you right now. So as you can see at the front of the toe and also at the back of the heel, there's this claws that is meant for to dig into the earth so that to keep it stable when it's firing off its big ass rifle.
Which is kind of needed. This is a military mech suit. Again, when you're firing a big ass cannon like that, you need that grip on the ground.
Yeah, and also this kit has a lot of cool gimmicks, as you can see here, right? There's a lot of moving parts on the shoulder armor as well, so that's very cool.
Which is much needed if you want to do the Iron Man pose. I think we've already shown it, or if not, it'll be somewhere in the pictures later. Again, this is actually one of the cool gimmicks. When I was building this, I was actually disappointed. I followed the manual. I built the cockpit first. Then when I saw the engineering on how everything was built, I was disappointed. Not because of the build. It was more like, I wish I saved this for the last moment. And like after I built this, now I have to do the arms and legs. It's kind of a bummer now.
Yeah. I really like the moving mechanics, the gimmicks of the opening of the cockpit, like the 2-layer opening gimmick. It looks pretty cool.
So besides the cockpit gimmick, what you have here is the ammo pack, which is mounted in the back, but you can see it's on a sliding track, and again, it's on that swivel, so you can attach it to the gun, which they didn't need to do, but again, it's a much appreciated feature.
It's a very
appreciated,
refreshing gimmick. I really dig that.
And another thing they did not need to do, when you look at the ammo cartridge, there is actually a bullet in there, and yeah, you can paint that yourself if you want to or not. I'm very thankful that they gave us that.
Yeah, so I mean the amazing rifle, the sliding magazine to attach to the rifle. Oh, this is a very cool gimmick altogether.
Right.
I'm very grateful that the Balcom Alpha has so much gimmick. And of course here, this is the front mounted camera on the cockpit, which is again, it's not a fixed, you can actually move it, and it actually has a clear part attached to the camera, so it gives it a more realistic look for the Balcom Alpha as well.
And now they do give you an extra head if you want to give a bit of display options. Here you have the mono eye, and here is kind of like a Cyclops visor eye. And like, right here you can see all those pistons. I didn't paint those. You can paint that yourself with maybe a bit of yellow or gold, silver.
Yeah. So if you compare this to your average Gunpla kits, as you can see here, there are a lot of hexagon packs everywhere on the Balkan Alpha. So those are meant for you to customize your kit with additional weaponry or armor all over the Balkan Alpha. And yes, as what Zoe said, there may not be a lot of panel lines, but hey, you can actually color in all the different pistons, so it makes it look a lot more cooler with the silver or gold. I think some modelers who actually painted those, and especially this what you call those?
I don't know, those circle thingy, whatever. I tried painting those, and if you have a steady hand compared to mine, I wish you good luck.
Yeah. So overall, what is your verdict, bro?
Dude, after building so many Gunpla kits and a lot of other things, to see something engineered like this, something sturdy that's built like a brick, like I said again, oh my god, it is such a welcoming thing to build. And if you can afford this, by all means, go ahead and buy it. Okay, now here comes the bad part. Despite all of our praising, there are some negatives to this guy. Like I said before, this is a very expensive kit. About 50 to 60 bucks, 250 ringgit or more. You're not getting much in terms of accessories. You're only getting that cannon and that ammo pack. And I'm not counting the cockpit, that's just a gimmick that's already in there. One thing that I wish, kind of thing that they give us, or maybe some decals or stickers, and depending kind of person, that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. Another thing is here, all those ports are hexagons. I'm not sure if Kotobukiya has any, I'm pretty sure they do, but not a lot of their accessories can be compatible with this guy. You need to check those yourself before you buy this.
Good point, bro, but don't forget, the Hexa Gears 124 scale are a lot bigger than the 1/100 scale Gunpla, right? If you look at the rifle and the actual kit itself, it is so much beefier, bigger compared to a Gunpla. And I think that's why it's a little bit more expensive. And while there aren't a lot of decals, which I agree with you, man, I think there should be a lot more decals included in this kit, especially for the control panel. But I do really appreciate the fact that they give us all the clear plastic parts for the heads and also for the camera mounted unit as well, right? And if you have never built Hexa Gears before, you will never know that how sturdy the kits and the joints are, and that is something that I really appreciate compared to all the different Gunpla, mobile suits, and Saku that I built all this while. So yes, it may be a little bit more expensive, and yes, they should have included some decals,
bit more accessories,
right? But I still think, number one, it is definitely a different experience, and all the gimmicks of the opening of the cockpit, the sliding cartridge for the rifle, dude, where are you gonna get those, man? It's much more mechanical, I would say, rather than sci-fi. So I really dig, because I'm an MS-08 fan, right? So I really dig those grounded units that's a bit more mechanical. So that's our review for the Hexa Gear. For me, I will give this kit an easy 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely worth having this in your collection. What about you, Zo?
Rating system, I'm just gonna give this a thumbs up, man. That's all I can do for it.
Great. Thanks for that, and thank you guys for watching till the end. And please do leave a comment on what you guys think of this Balkan Alpha, and do go and check out the Balkan beta that's coming out very soon as well.
And if you have any questions, please just ask them down in the comment section. My YouTube name is Kane Muhammad. Just ask me, and I don't want to reintroduce myself. Who am I? So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there.
Yeah, and do subscribe to our channel if you can. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye bye.